Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu salam ala khatimin nabiyyin amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear brothers and sisters, another important point in becoming successful people is that we develop listening skills. We as an ummah and as a people as whole, as these gadgets become ubiquitous, they pervade all sense of being, the cell phone and whatever else there is, email, all of these things. We have to become people who actually develop listening skills. Extremely important. Not passive listening, but active listening. This is one of the things that we will incorporate in our school from next year, inshallah, to give our students the ability to listen, to be able to actually give a course on how to listen for things, how to listen to people, how to listen to a lecture. How to listen is extremely important. It's a skill set that many of the people don't have. But as you can see, when you go to school, most of the time what you're doing is listening to the teacher. But yet you don't know how to listen. You don't know what to look for. You don't know how to listen attentively. So it's always a passing listening, as I would call it an active hearing, maybe, right? So people talk while others are talking. They talk over others. So somebody says, they said, I want to tell you something. So you can see that even two friends, they're talking over each other. And it makes no sense because they have no ability to listen, you see. They're not listening to each other, even their friends. And especially if you have some kind of animosity between each other, then it will become even worse because nobody will hear the other one because both are shouting, right? So students have never ever been taught to listen. So it is extremely important. How do you listen? Listen is, the way you listen is first and foremost that you look at the person. So when you're looking at the person, that you're listening to it. Unless if you're looking at the radio, then you try to focus on what the program is about. Or if you're listening to a lecture over the net or over some podcast or whatever it is, then you try to focus your energy. But if you're talking to a person, that you look at the person and try to listen, right? Secondly is that you ask the reason why and what. So if you are listening to something, you are listening to something to say that, okay, why is he saying this? Not you're formulating an answer before he even finishes his talking, that all of a sudden you have to give him the answer before he even asks the question. You have to ask, okay, why is he saying this? And what is he saying this for? So these are the two crucial questions that you must ask as to why and what. Then, thirdly, you have to be able to focus on that person. You have to be able to focus. Focus is an extremely rare attribute these days when people are scattered, you see. The Guyanese would call somebody like that scatterfoot, right? Because they will go all over the place. They will not be able to actually bring themselves together. Or maybe sense a foul. It's a type of a foul. But anyway, let me get back to the point. So it is extremely important that you focus on that person so that you start seeing what is this person really saying. So focusing on that person, seeing what's coming out. So you start using your mind. Usually people hear things because they're too exhausted to hear somebody, or they're not attentive, or that they don't mind. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that when he actually talked to somebody, he would turn himself and give him all his attention until the person thought that they were the most important in the life of the Messenger of Allah. Fourthly, that you have to get rid of distractions. So if you're listening to somebody attentively, you cannot have things buzzing in your pocket. You cannot have the phone ringing. You cannot be looking at the email. Somebody's looking at the email talking to me. One of my pet peeves, one of them is that I'm talking to somebody on the phone and I know for a fact that they're looking at the internet. Or that they're typing something, or that they're looking and they're saying, I totally stop talking at that point, and they'll say, are you there? I said, yeah, I'm there. I said, are you there? So it is a great irritant to at least me, because I try to give focus to the person that I'm talking to. And lastly, that you show that person that you're interested. This is how you show that you're listening. And even then, this is a point in friendship and brotherhood also, that you're interested in the person. People don't make friends because they're never interested in somebody else. You see, they're always interested in themselves. So if it's no benefit to me, why should I listen? So it is important that you listen and that you show interest, right? That you show interest in that person. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَإِذَا قُرِيَ الْقُرْآنُ فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ. When the Quran is recited, then you should pay close attention, meaning listen attentively, not just hear it, but listen attentively. وَانْصِتُوا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. And that you keep yourself calm, so that you may, meaning quiet yourself, so that you may gain what? Mercy. So it is important that listening skill is an art. You should learn it, you should try to practice, and you should try to inculcate this into your repertoire as a good Muslim, a good Muslimah, and so that you would be able to carry your head up high and you become a cleverer person after doing so. It's really, listening is an art that is forgotten and needs to be brought back into the picture, because it is really something that gives you, at least it boosts your intelligence. I hope this was a point made clear, and may Allah bless you with it, inshallah. Ameen.